Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, and welcome to Sports World Radio's NFL Real Talk. How's everybody doing today? Glad everybody could be with us. 1 hour commercial free. This show is brought to you by The Flipper. So head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your flipper today. Never ever touch your toilet seat ever again to flip it up or flip it down. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your flipper today. That's who's sponsoring NFL Real Talk today, The Flipper. So head on over there and get your flipper today at flipperflipper.com. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to our show every Monday through Friday, and on Saturday nights like we are live, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast, and if you live in Essential,
figure it out for yourself.
look, 8 and figure it out for yourself. I'll get to those two voices in just a minute. Let's get all the particulars out of the way. You're listening to Sports World Radio on SportsWorldRadio.com. You want to come and hang out with us in the chat room? We're hanging out over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. If you don't have an account over there, it's free to get one. So get yourself a free account and sign up with Spreaker today and type in Sports World Radio and you'll find the show. It'll come up at the bottom of your screen. Just press play. Click the bubble there to the right and the chat room will open up and you can start chatting away with us. Head on over to Facebook and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. As well, you might as well follow us on Twitter as well at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. And while you're hanging out at SportsWorldRadio.com, listen to the show, you'll see up there a donate tab. Click on that donate tab and donate to Sports World Radio to help keep doing what we like to do here for you guys, and that's entertain you. That's what we like to do here at Sports World Radio. So donate to Sports World Radio and help keep us doing what we like to do, and that's entertaining all of you here at Sports World Radio. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number here at Sports World Radio. SWRshow@gmail.com. That's SWRshow@gmail.com is the email address. Send your emails, ask us your questions, call us, do whatever you want. Chat with us in the chat room. However you want, just get your message to us. With all the particulars out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in the co-host of Sports World Radio and NFL Real Talk, our good friend, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff, on this Saturday night. It is 9:07 p.m. on the East Coast, 6:07 p.m. on the West. It is Saturday, December 27th, 2014. Doing well. It is a very cold and blizzardy night here in the land of potatoes. Got a big snowstorm. That's what I get for where I'm living.
That's right. Yeah, I don't even have to say it anymore because you know what I'm going to say. And that laughter you hear is the producer and program director of Sports World Radio, our good friend, Josh Lopez. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing great. You talk about where we live and stuff. I'm here in Chicago, and it hasn't snowed yet. So it's
we'll send it your way.
50 degrees, so I'm doing great. How about you guys?
I'm doing fantabulous. I slept most of the day.
I got a question for you. Did you have to go after any Santas trying to go down your chimney?
No, lucky bastard. You know what? He was smart. He stayed out of this Jewish household.
He's probably like saying, I got magic. I can overtake Jeff, and I won't see him.
Maybe he went down to Skippy's house, and the Cowboys will lose now.
No, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? I would really like that. That'd be a great Christmas present for me. Just knock them right out of the playoffs, lose their first game. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. You know what I'm saying? So we got, what is there, 16 games?
Yep.
All
It's
tomorrow.
It's kind of odd we didn't have like a Thursday or Saturday game going
No,
on.
they no Thursday game, no Saturday games, but I did notice, because last week we discussed it, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but they did change to a Sunday night game.
That's right, and I'm looking at it right now that they're going to have a Sunday night game, but all the games played tomorrow, and
How
what
about
should be an
that?
interesting final weekend of the season.
How about that,
for
Sean?
teams that are
How about that? Is that crazy? They added the Sunday night game, and they made the Sunday night game the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game.
I think that's just perfect for the NFL to do that, because whoever wins that game will get the AFC North Division. We know both teams will go in the playoffs, but here's what it comes down to as we go over these games, Jeff and Josh. It's going to come down to seedings. Tomorrow, when all the games are said and done, then it's going to be finalized who's going to be playing against who for the wild card. And that's when the fun begins, because you realize when the NFL season is over, then the new season begins. It's either a one and done, or you win, you keep playing, you lose, you go home and watch the rest of the playoffs from home.
teams.
But it's not only seeding. You know, there's this could be interesting 48 hours now, because we got Black Monday coming up on
That's
Monday.
right. That's right.
It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of newsworthy stuff these next 2 days.
You know, Josh, that's interesting that you said Black Monday's coming up on Monday. I was on a phone call early this morning. I'm talking early this morning, and when I tell you what time, you're going to be like, you were up? Oh, yeah, I didn't go to – I was up all night. I was on a phone call at 7:30 this morning with two friends of mine, and I was actually explaining Black Friday to one of them, and Black Monday to one of them. So it's funny that you said that.
Well, there's already a lot of big news, Josh, that is making a lot of headlines for a lot of NFL coaches, and I know we'll get to that when we get there.
Yes, we will. What do you say we start with the first game, Mr. Sean?
Okay, first game, starting the final weekend of the NFL season. It'll be the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans.
This game has no meaning, right?
It pretty much doesn't, Jeff. And when you look at the Colts, they're looking at, okay, got the AFC South. Should we play all of our starters, or should we just rest them until we get to the AFC wildcard? If I'm Chuck Pagano, I'm smart and maybe rest Andrew Luck and some of your first-string starters.
Sean, but it doesn't matter. Whether they win or lose, they still got their whatever seed they're in, correct?
Correct, yes.
I think it would have mattered if they actually won last week. I mean, you seen what happened to Denver on Monday night. They lost their opportunity to clinch the second seed. So if Indianapolis didn't get their butts whooped last week, who knows? Maybe they could have took the second seed.
And that was an embarrassing performance, Josh, against the Dallas Cowboys by the Colts. This game, I'll go first. I'll take the Indianapolis Colts in this game. The Titans, of course, going to be facing a big offseason with lots of what-ifs. What are they going to be going through this season in the offseason after tomorrow is over with?
Well, you want to know something? This week's games are really hard to pick. Some of them are going to be really tough because I'm going to tell you things. Like in this Indianapolis game, they might not play any of their starters. So, and Tennessee might play their starters. They're playing for next year to see who's going to be on the team.
Yep.
So, with that being said, guess what? I'm taking Tennessee. You know, these games are going to be weird, and you got to think like that. Right? Am I wrong, Josh?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think something you're bringing up there is the fact that, yeah, they could be complacent with the fact they already won the division, so they don't want to risk their players getting hurt or whatever. But you got to look at it this way for Colts. I think it's something to do with pride. Okay, you're making the playoffs. Awesome. But nobody believes you got a chance of beating New England or Pittsburgh or whoever. And I think it's more of a pride thing to see Andrew Luck actually perform well, especially with the playoffs coming soon. So I'm torn. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going to go with the Colts.
The Colts. All right, now this is the next game we get to. Big game tomorrow for playoff implications. And, Jeff, I know you will be watching this one very closely, as will Josh and as will I. San Diego Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Major playoff implications for this one.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, Sean.
Mhm.
If I did what I did last night, I will end up watching just the first half of the game and sleeping through the second half. Because I was up all night. I didn't go to bed till like 11 o'clock this morning. So I don't know. I'm hoping I'll be up to watch this game, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Of course, I'm picking San Diego to win this game. Alex Smith is not playing. He's hurt. Their backup quarterback's playing, so I'm picking San Diego.
San Diego knows it's very simple. Win and you get in,
have to
and
win,
I
right.
think they would need some help with losses, or isn't just that
No,
they'd have to win to get in?
All they have to do is win, and they're in.
Yep.
In that case, I'm going to go with the San Diego Chargers in this game. The Chiefs have a chance, but they need a lot of help to get in. But the Chiefs are ending it on a poor note. I don't like their chances. Phillip Rivers will have a big day tomorrow afternoon in a game they
I
have
hope
to
so.
win.
You know, he's got a bulging disc in his back. He's playing with Phillip Rivers.
Mhm.
So
And he's got it. And, well, here's the thing. He has to be able to keep the crowd out of it at Arrowhead Stadium, and what is a very tough place to play.
Okay, so let
And
me
Josh,
ask you a question.
you know perfectly well how tough Arrowhead can be.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I do too, because I lived there for a little bit and I was there for a season for that team. Let me ask you a question. I know how loud that place is.
Mhm.
You're the Chargers. Do you win the toss? If you win the toss, do you take the ball in the second half? Or
I'd say the best thing to do
or
is
Sean, or
get-
do you take the ball you take the ball right away, go down and score and silence the crowd right away?
Ooh, boy. That's a good question, Jeff. I'm thinking about that one. What do you think, Josh?
I'll take a point. I'll take the ball and score as quick as I can. Because even though Alex Smith is not playing, I mean, it's not like he was the main reason why the Kansas City Chiefs were where they were. I mean, it's all about trying to contain Jamal Charles. So I think it'd be better for them to get the ball first and score a touchdown.
Do you know that they don't have a wide receiver with a touchdown? Kansas
Nope,
City Chiefs?
not one.
Not
Here,
one.
I'm going to go with the Chargers in this game, but here's the thing about San Diego. It's been amazing since Jeff and I have done Sports World Radio, Josh, the last 6 years. It seems like every time the Chargers, everybody rules them out, they always find a way to get it done and have a chance to sneak right into the playoffs.
You know
I think their
something?
chances are great.
And you know something? I'm looking at the pick distribution. Look at the pick distribution. 50-50. Look at that.
It's tough, yeah. I would answer your question, Jeff. I agree with you, Josh. I say get the ball first, go down and score, get a touchdown, and take the crowd right out of the game.
And it's gonna be a tough game. I'm looking forward to watching this game. Actually, to tell you the truth, if I'm up to watch it, I'm taking Chargers. Josh, who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Chargers, which is going to officially declare you the winner of the bet between you and Adrian, because the Ravens would be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Wow, that's gonna be a beautiful thing. Where is that rat bastard?
I don't know where he's at.
Where is that rat bastard?
I don't know. Maybe he was portraying Santa Claus the other day.
He
The
needs to
next
show his
game we
ugly
get
face.
to, it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. And I saw a story today. The breaking news has it that Rex Ryan has cleaned out his entire office. He is expecting to be fired on Monday. Easy game for me. I'll take the Miami Dolphins. But what's your guys' thoughts about that? We
Okay,
knew that was
let me
coming
ask
with
you.
Rex Ryan.
Let me ask you a question there, buddy boy, Mr. New England Patriot fan over there.
Yeah.
Is Brady playing?
Oh, this is the Jet Dolphin game.
Oh, the Jet Dolphin game. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's this other team that he supports.
That's the other team.
Oh,
that he supports.
Josh.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so this is a game that who really cares, right?
Who really cares? Dolphins had a chance to maybe get in as a wild card, but blew some big opportunities to win. I know, Josh, you picked Miami. The Jets going through a disastrous season
I'm
because
going to take Miami.
Rex
What the
Ryan.
hell? Oh, we know what's going on. You don't need to recap it. We know what's going on. I'm taking Miami. What the hell?
What's
I'm
your
gonna-
thoughts, Josh?
I'm going to go with Miami as well. No need to watch this game and be a shutout, probably.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going to sleep
and-
right through this game.
then you wonder. Here's the thing with the Jets.
I
Then the
don't
Jets
wonder,
know
though.
perfectly well that it ends disastrously. The disastrous season. Rex Ryan gets.
So
It's going. There will be a lot of questions, just like with Tennessee, Josh.
yeah, but we
because
know that.
Then the Jets will be wondering who they're going to get as a new head coach. What's their offensive system going to be like for next year?
Yeah, but we know all that already. Let's move on to the next game.
Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
This is Josh's game, ain't it?
Yep.
Ah, man.
This is Josh's game. He's like,
If you want criticism when it comes to sports journalism or
Okay, you know
sports
what?
media, it comes from Chicago.
Yes, it does. And you know what?
I've been listening to the radio and the television for the last 3 months of this season, hearing about them. Oh, we got a clean house. We need a clean house. Jay Cutler's been for the Bears for 6 years. He's had 3 different offensive coordinators and 2 coaches.
Correct.
It's not. I don't get it. It's a game like this is where Jay Cutler's going to keep his job with the Bears.
Yeah,
That's why I'm picking the Bears.
That's why I'm picking
They're not going to clean house.
That's why
You got to have faith.
You know what, Josh? I'm picking the Bears too, and I have a feeling Jay Cutler's throwing 4 touchdowns in this game.
Bears, they just need to finish up strong and get prepared for next year and say, yeah, and I know, Josh, probably just drives you nuts on television and radio stations in Chicago where they're just talking nonstop saying, oh, what's the matter with the Bears? They need a clean house, da-da-da-da-da.
Did you see the free agent list for quarterbacks?
It's not
For
very
next
nice.
year, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not very nice.
Oh, we got to clean house my ass.
Yeah, who are you going to have as a quarterback? You clean house. Who's going to have a quarterback?
That's
Who,
a good
Matt
question.
Flynn?
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan Mallett?
Exactly, dumbasses. Automatically, clean house. Okay, who are we going to get? Duh. Dumbasses. Move on to the next game.
Okay, the next game we get to, and this will take place in Foxborough, Massachusetts. It'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots.
Who really cares about this game? This game has no meaning, correct?
I'll pick the Patriots in this game,
course you're going
although
to
I
pick
really
the
say that
Patriots.
Bill Belichick will be resting his starters now since they have
Buffalo's
the first
gonna
round
win this
bye.
game. Buffalo's going to win this game.
Yeah, if I'm New England, start Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo, too.
It's a game that's meaningless. Yeah, just
Exactly.
rest all the starters because then the postseason, that's when you can keep a healthy Brady and etc.
Exactly. I'm taking Buffalo in this game because nobody's going to start New England, right?
Not really.
See, you got to think about it like that, Sean. You're close to the top of the lead here. We need you to win.
The next game we get to, an NFC East matchup at MetLife Stadium.
Now
The
this-
Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants.
Now, this game means absolutely nothing except to these two teams. Correct?
Correct.
This game means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Both of these teams are not making the playoffs. But it means something to these two teams. And
Yeah.
even though that is still the case, and I know Manning's playing. I know the starters are playing. I'm taking the Giants. I have to take the Giants. Sure.
Josh, your thoughts on the Eagles-Giants game?
I'm going to go with the Giants. The Eagles only got themselves to blame for missing the playoffs. It is what it is, but I'm going to go with the Giants at home.
Going to go with the Giants at home.
Browning and Double-A, if you're listening, I'm going to take the New York Football Giants in this game. Mark Sanchez is an interception machine, and he ended it poorly. He had a chance to get the Eagles all the way to the NFC East. They blew their big chance against Dallas, so I like the Giants in this game. Giants are playing good football that they should have played at the beginning of the year, but they're building for next year, and Jeff believes the Giants will be back even stronger next year.
That's right. I think so. So let's go with the Giants. Okay, next game.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints in what I've always called the pathetic NFC South division.
I'm going to take the Saints in this game. They got nothing to play for except for pride, and they don't want to go out losing the last game of the year. I'm taking the Saints. Plus, they play better on the road.
I will take the New Orleans Saints too.
Josh?
I'm going to go with the Saints, but this aura about Sean Payton being one of the top coaches in the NFL got to stop. He hasn't done anything in 4 or 5 years. It's over with.
They haven't done anything since they won the Super Bowl.
That was back in 2009 Saints, and they haven't just done anything. They've lost in heartbreak, and then it's just kind of gone just downhill because of that leak. Like, what is it? The bounty scandal that they got hit with. Remember that?
Well, that has something to do with it, but yeah. Next game.
All right, the next game we get to, the Washington Redskins will host the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, Dallas has nothing to play for. They can't improve their whatever. So they're going to rest all their starters, and Washington's going to win this game.
Jerry Jones is a happy man because now he realizes that it's not another 8-8 to finish.
Am I
will
right?
take the Redskins.
Dallas got nothing to play for. They can't improve their standing, so they're going to rest all their players, and Washington's going to win.
And then you wonder where Dallas will be when the playoffs begin, what seed they'll get.
We'll find out. Well, they win the NFC East, right?
Yeah, they already have the division wrapped up.
So, they've already got the division wrapped up. If they win, what? If they win, can they improve their position?
I think so. I'd have to take a look. Josh, do you know if Dallas wins tomorrow, can they improve on the seedings?
It would have to be somewhere where both Green Bay and Seattle loses, which I don't think is happening. But you know what? I agree with Jeff. I think it's smart for them to bench their players so they can choke in the first round.
Well, actually,
so I'm going to go with the Redskins. Gary One-Arm's going to get his Christmas gift of the Redskins being 4-12.
Okay,
and he's going to be happy because the Redskins will sweep the Cowboys this year.
If Dallas wins and Green Bay, if Dallas wins and Seattle loses and Arizona loses, Dallas will be the number 1 seed. So Dallas has put something to play for. They'll be either the number 1 or number 2 seed because Detroit and Green Bay both right now are 11-4, and they play each other this week.
I wonder, though, they're 7-0 on the road. The question is with the Cowboys, and it remains to be seen, do they need to start all their starting players just to try to get that top seed? Or should they just rest Romo tomorrow?
Doesn't matter. I'm still taking Washington. Still taking Washington. Doesn't matter. Next game.
This is a big game in the AFC North Division. It'll be the Cleveland Browns traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Just a little bit too late. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Yeah, and probably Skippy would be all happy there, Josh, saying, oh, don't worry. Manziel will grow as a quarterback, and he'll be the future in the NFL.
No, he's not, because he's hurt. He's done. He's hurt. He's done. Screw Manziel. I don't want to hear his name mentioned.
I'll take the Baltimore Ravens in this game. The Browns were competitive. They stayed tough in the AFC North Division, but what it comes down to is they blew their chance, especially when they put that name in there.
I'm doing Ravens.
Give Adrian a little bit of help, even though Adrian's going to be getting a nice little buzz job. Well, big haircut.
They'll be winning. They'll be winning their last game, but that'll be about it. They ain't making the playoffs or nothing, and we'll get a nice buzz cut video from Adrian.
Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans.
I'm taking Houston in this game. I'm taking Houston in this game because if Houston wins, they still can make the playoffs.
Take the Texans myself. Josh?
I don't know how these teams get clearance for on-air television. Anyway, I'm going to go with Houston.
TV. That game's not going to be on TV. The only people that are going to be able to see that game is Houston and Jacksonville.
Yep.
Says much about their city.
Well, hey, if your team was playing Jacksonville, you'd be seeing that game.
Although, Josh, I still remember you did pick Jacksonville on some of those, on some of the NFL Real Talk shows, and you got Jacksonville right.
I'm taking Houston. So is Josh, right?
The Carolina Panthers. This is a big one for the NFC South Division. Whoever wins the game gets the NFC South. Carolina at Atlanta.
Oh, God.
I hate this, Jeff.
This
I
is
know.
one of the tough games.
You know what? I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons at home. They win, and they get into the playoffs.
but as a pathetic 7-9, and that would be the second time, Jeff, that that's happened.
Yeah, but I like to see him play Dallas and beat him.
Josh, your thoughts on
So
Carolina and
that's the only thing
Atlanta?
I'm hoping for.
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Atlanta at home. And what's the worst part about this is the fact that they do get a home game when the playoffs start against one of the wild card teams, and they'll probably win that game as well.
I'm sure they're going to.
Just like Seattle did when they were 7-9 and won the division, won a home playoff game. So this would be the second time that would happen. Carolina 7-8-1, and Atlanta would be 7-9. Oh, how just an awful division. Taking the Falcons myself. The next game that's big, and I have to say it is big, Oakland Raiders at the Denver Broncos.
Well, Denver needs to win. Oakland wants to freaking knock their block off.
Yep.
You know. So.
Well, the way I look at this game, Jeff and Josh, is this. Denver is not clicking at the right time. I watched the game against Cincinnati last Monday night. I'm sure you did, Josh, and you were just saying how bad Peyton Manning was. 2 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions in that game.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I had it up to here. I'm going to say this for the last time. Keep me on my hot set hut. That's the last time I'm saying it because this freaking team wants to be a running football team now. We just changed our whole philosophy because we couldn't run the ball for 3 years. Oh, we're going to start doing that now.
Well, here's the way it has to happen. Denver wins tomorrow and Cincinnati loses. Denver could get the number 2 seed. Denver wins and Cincinnati wins. Cincinnati gets 2, and then Denver would open up at home as a wild card as the number 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff, it's Denver better hope for some big things to happen tomorrow night.
Nah, all you got to do is just win and they'll be fine.
They have to do some scoreboard watching because I know Denver, they'll probably win the first playoff game, that wild card game, and then
Hey, Sean,
have
hold
to
on
go
a
on
sec.
the road.
Sean,
It'll be
Sean,
tough.
why would they have to do scoreboard watching?
Because they'd have to see if Cincinnati would lose tomorrow night.
So either they're going to end up in if they win, doesn't matter what Cincinnati does.
Wouldn't it, though? Because Cincinnati got a tiebreaker on them?
Yeah.
So if Cincinnati wins, they get the second spot and Denver gets the third spot?
That's right. That's what they said after the Monday night game this past week.
That would make me really happy.
It would be really big for Cincinnati because that divisional thing has been a curse for them.
But how about Oakland? How about Oakland just beating Denver outright?
I won't be surprised.
John Fox would have a major decision to make tomorrow anyway. He has to decide, would you want to play your starters or should you consider maybe resting the starters? Yeah, I think if he's cool enough, he probably would start
He'll probably
everybody.
play him the first half.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be very important to check out those insiders like Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport because, you know, we're talking about these teams switching their lineups and stuff, man. It's going to affect a lot of seedings. And,
well, remember this, though, too. Oakland, the Raiders have played some pretty good football, too. They won against Kansas City. They beat Buffalo. They beat San Francisco. So they, like Jeff pointed out, even going back to early November, he was like, Jeff, you made a good point saying Oakland knows that they haven't even won a game. But that doesn't rule out the fact that the Raiders don't have anything to play for, so they just say, let's make noise and beat the teams that are trying to
the Raiders
get in
would
the
like
playoff.
the Raiders would like to piss off Denver and do that to them, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Denver's going to be pissed off, and they're going to be at home, and they're going to win. I'm taking Denver.
I'm going to take the Broncos myself.
Josh?
I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Next game.
All right, the next game we get to, this game I will definitely be seeing on Fox tomorrow. Whoever wins this gets the NFC North Division. It will be Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers.
I'm taking Detroit.
Oh, taking the. Oh, so Jeff's going with the Lions tomorrow at Green Bay. Here's
Yeah.
the thing: the Lions have not won a game at Lambeau Field since 1991.
Exactly. Exactly. They're going to go in there, beat Detroit, win that division, beat Green Bay, win that division, and piss fucking Green Bay off.
Well, remember the last time they played was in Detroit, and that was like, I think it was week 3 of the NFL season. They played horrible. The Green Bay Packers did, losing 19-7.
Right. And the loss tomorrow for Green Bay is going to piss them off enough, or they're going to make their ride right to the freaking NFC division game. You like that, don't you? Against Seattle.
Oh, and remember what happened when they played Seattle the first game of the regular season.
In
they
Seattle,
got trounced.
that game will be in Seattle. Because Green Bay is going to go into freaking Dallas and knock them out.
Well, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers in this game. They've been so tough to beat at home all year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have another big game tomorrow, but I expect this game to be very close.
Josh?
I give it to Kratz who wins this game.
Know.
I think it's going to be deja vu from last year where they had the NFC North title game, and it's like last second. And I say Matthew Stafford throws a game-winning touchdown to Golden State, and Detroit wins.
There you go. Another big game coming up.
Another game that is coming up, and that would be Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. Cardinals are in the playoffs, but they have got quarterback trouble. And last Sunday night was a big example of it.
Is this Harbaugh's last game as the 49ers head coach?
The news coming out. Yeah, news coming out of San Francisco, Jeff, is that Jim Harbaugh is expected to leave the 49ers, and he will be taking over in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and be named the Wolverines head coach.
Oh, really? Is that the new story now?
Mm-hmm. That's right. I saw it just on Facebook newsfeed.
Yeah, what the hell is Facebook now?
Yeah, exactly. But
You're getting
Harbaugh,
your information
it's just
from
been
Facebook?
a bad
What are
circumstance
you,
for
crazy?
this season. The 49ers had great expectations. They didn't do it. And Josh, you were right. You said 6-10. That's pretty close. But 49ers not in the playoffs, and say goodbye to that little era and run for the 49ers.
Poor Bubala. Sorry, Brian. Your team sucks. I'm going to go with Arizona.
You know what? Upset special. I'm going to go with San Francisco. I just think their team's probably going to say, let's win it for Harbaugh and then say adios.
There's only one problem with this game. Arizona's got no freaking quarterback.
Exactly. Quarterback trouble.
You know what? I'm forced to take San Francisco in this game. Arizona has no
I only
quarterback.
picked Arizona because I don't understand how you're up 28-7 to the Chargers and then let them come back and win.
All right, well, Arizona's got no quarterback, and if San Francisco gets up 28-7 to Arizona, Arizona ain't coming back.
There's no way, especially when I watched the game against San Diego, and I thought, the 49ers have got this game, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, the Chargers came all the way back.
Taking San Francisco myself. Everybody pick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I picked San Francisco.
Next game.
Upset.
Next game.
The next game we get to the St. Louis Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, lots of luck with this one. I'm taking Seattle. They're on a roll.
Jeff, I agree with you. The Seahawks, I watched them play against the Cardinals. They're clicking at the right time. And even Frank Sprankle made a good point, saying if there's one team that anybody in the NFC should not play and should be concerned about, it's the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks. They have just been remember, they were 6-4. Everybody counted them out. Everybody was saying, "Oh, they're done. They're not the same from last year." But Pete Carroll kept that team motivated and kept them going strong, and they're clicking at the right time, which is what you have to do.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. I'm taking Seattle for sure. Josh?
I'm going to go with Seattle as well. I think it was something interesting that Stephen A. Smith brought up on his radio show a couple days ago was that the best team for the AFC matchup-wise, and I thought this was interesting for a historical perspective, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. which is like a Super Bowl 40 rematch. I think it was Super Bowl 40. I think that'd be something interesting, but I'll go with Seattle. Let's see if their offense can continue playing like this in the playoffs.
You wonder too, who are the teams that can challenge Seattle in the playoffs? The Packers, maybe. Detroit, no. Dallas, I don't even see that happening again. Like Jeff said, like Jeff, you pointed out and you said it's not going to happen again. Where Dallas will go in there not once but twice to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, I
no
don't see
way.
that happening.
Not in that hostile environment.
No, I don't see that happening at all.
The Sunday night football game on NBC: Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The winner of this wins the division.
Yep.
Cincinnati,
and possibly second seed.
yeah, Cincinnati wins. They get the number 2 seed with the win tomorrow night.
Yeah, but the winner of this game wins that division as well. Correct?
Yep.
And then they get the 2 seed. If Pittsburgh wins, they don't get the 2 seed, do they?
I am not sure. I'd have to look. Josh, do you know what the seeding would be for Pittsburgh?
So Pittsburgh's 10-4, right? Or 9-5.
Let me take a look at the standings here.
Pittsburgh is 10-5.
10-5, okay.
Cincinnati's 10-4-1.
Okay, so Pittsburgh, I don't think they would have the second seed because doesn't Denver have 11 wins?
Denver has 11. Yeah, Denver has 11 wins.
So Pittsburgh would be the third seed. So if Cincinnati won, they would be the second seed.
Right. If Cincinnati loses, they'd be the 4th seed, right?
They would be a fifth seed because they'd be
seed.
a wild card team.
Okay. I'm taking Cincinnati. Andy Dalton, second time on national TV on primetime, second week in a row. Whammo slammo against the Pit. He's gonna do it against Denver, and now he's gonna do it against the Steelers on the road in the rain again. Whammo slammo, let's go Cincinnati and my man Andy Dalton.
Originally, I went with Pittsburgh, but I have just switched my pick to Cincinnati with the Bengals.
Homer.
After what I saw, Jeff, against the Broncos, they overcame a big test, and it got a little bit nerve-wracking because it was 28-27 Denver. And I know you had Skyped me, Jeff, and you said, what a game. And I said, yeah, it was a great game. And the Bengals were able to tough it out and win. Cincinnati is a team that could be very tough in the AFC. But here's the big question we all have to ask ourselves. Cincinnati will get into the playoffs like we all know. But can the Bengals finally get a playoff win? Those fans in Cincinnati are hungry for a playoff win because it's been since 1991, the last time they won a playoff game.
I really want to see Cincinnati and Dallas in the Super Bowl. I so want to see that.
Oh, that would wonder what the television ratings would be for that one.
The ratings would be crap, but I so want to see it.
Sean, it's the Super Bowl. They'll watch whoever's on there.
Yeah.
I so want to see Andy Dalton just demolish the freaking Cowboys.
And Jerry Jones will cut. And then Jerry Jones will. Jerry Jones will come up with an excuse saying.
Who cares what Jerry Jones says?
I don't think. Yeah, that's not fair.
Who cares? What were you going to say, Josh?
I was saying the Super Bowl has now become such a spectacle is that they're not just watching it for the game anymore.
I'll tell you one thing.
You can have freaking Arizona against, let's see, come say New England, or it could be anybody. They'll still have big ratings.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm not going to watch the halftime. Katy Perry, you cares?
Regardless of the outcome of this game tomorrow night, do you see the Bengals and the Steelers possibly matching up again in the postseason, Jeff and Josh?
Could very well.
I guess if it's going to be like a new Baltimore-Pittsburgh rivalry, I guess that could work out, but we'll see what happens.
Now, remember what happened in 2006. They played the AFC wild card. The Bengals lost 31-17 to Pittsburgh, and that was when they went on and beat Seattle in the Super Bowl. So it's possible these two teams could match up again.
Who are you taking, Josh?
I'm going to go with the Bengals as well.
All right, so tiebreaker games. Oakland and Denver. I'm taking Denver 35-10 over Oakland.
Shutout. Denver over Oakland 38-0.
Wow.
Denver 52, Raiders nothing.
Wow. Next game, Arizona 6, San Francisco 17.
I think it's going to be close, Jeff. I'm going to go with the 49ers 27 and the Cardinals 23.
I'm switching my pick. I'll go 49ers 38, Cardinals 17.
I'm taking Arizona to score the most. Oh, I'm sorry. I screwed that up. I'm taking Denver to score the most points, and I'm taking Arizona to score the fewest. Sean?
I'm going to say Denver will score the most points, and the fewest, I'm going to say Jacksonville.
Josh?
Me, Denver highest, and then Cleveland the lowest.
And there you have it. NFL Real Talk. Done for week number 17 in the books. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy all your football games over tomorrow and tomorrow night. We'll be back Monday for Sports World Radio, 6 o'clock on the east, 3 o'clock on the west. And if you live in the central,
figure it out for yourself.
Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. Have a great football Sunday. We will see you on Monday. Peace out, bitches.
Bye.
Hey, boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while.